Well, you know, we had a response. I got an interesting letter this week. I get a lot of interesting letters. And this was especially interesting from homeless Laura. In the letter was a tithe envelope. I just happened to have it with me. It said homeless Laura, and I broke it open, and inside was $1.89. See there? Homeless Laura, $1.89. I wrote the $1.89, but homeless Laura wrote her name there. In the letter was the tithe envelope with the money in it, and this letter. Dear Pastor, I thought you might be interested in the results of my English project, for they somewhat portray the character of this church. Attached to this sheet is my written report, which I handed in to my teacher. I just wanted to thank the church members for their overall kindness. Although I do not know their names and cannot completely recall what they look like, a few people in particular stand out in my mind. I wish that these people could be applauded for their loving actions. God must already be reserving a place for them in heaven. What did homeless Laura do? Well, here's the report. There's a real interesting line in it. November 11, 3 weeks ago today. Have you ever seen a homeless person and wondered what it would be like to be in that person's situation? It is a way of life not comprehensible to the vast majority of America. However, on October 30, 1999, I merely received a taste of the lifestyle by dressing as a homeless person and making an appearance at the Loma University Church. My identity was hidden well through my disguise. I saw her and it was very well hidden. I didn't know who it was. A woolen cap pulled snugly down over my ears served in holding my stringy hair close to my face. Layered in a stained shirt, green and purple flannel, and a mud-stained jean jacket, I was self-conscious of people staring my way. My dirt-engraved jeans barely covered the tops of my ancient gray shoes. To complete my attire, I clutched a Walmart bag filled with extra clothing. Although I did prompt many stares, the overall kind treatment I received surprised me. Some people glanced at me and then immediately went out of their way to turn their heads in the opposite direction. I stationed my friends at strategic positions. This is a good one. She had some friends around watching the crowd reaction to her. She actually came in and moved in 3 times during the service to a different pew. I stationed my friends at strategic positions, and later they notified me that on a few occasions some people would turn openly and gape at me from behind after I walked by. Contrary to these unhelpful and curious onlookers, there were others that went above and beyond to make me feel welcome. A man approached me on his own accord and offered me some food and a place to sit in church. While sitting in church, a woman came up to me and introduced herself, handed me a bulletin and pointed out where we were in the service and offered for me to sit with her family. 2 people gave me money, and approximately 5 to 10 other people smiled at me and wished me a happy Sabbath. Even though the difference in male and female actions was not completely obvious, more people and girls tended to be friendly towards me. Ironically, I felt more welcome at church as a homeless person than I do when I normally attend. This experience taught me a lot. Not only the cold feeling of isolation filled my heart, but also I felt as if others considered themselves as better than me because they looked nice and I didn't. However, the people who were friendly towards me really made me feel welcome and more at ease. Even a gentle smile cast my way was appreciated. Homeless people are the same on the inside. That's a great report, isn't it? An English class, an English project. Now, the homeless Laura is here this morning. I called the house after I got I knew who it was because of the cover letter that came along. So I called homeless Laura and said, "Homeless, will you come to church and let's talk a little bit about your experience?" So Laura, come on up. I have a mic here. And this isn't something I knew anything about. None of you knew she was going to do this. And So here is homeless Laura. Welcome to church, Laura. It's sure nice. And by the way, here's your receipt. That $1.89 is going to go to the homeless feeding program of the University Church.
Oh, thank you.
Laura, where did you get the idea to do this?
Well, my sophomore English class, Ms. Chafee is my teacher, and we had a project to see how people would react to different situations that you put them in. And on that sheet was a suggestion that you could dress up as a homeless person and go to, say, a mall or a park, someplace safe though. So I decided church was a really safe place to be homeless, and I just wanted to see what would happen.
Well, your letter pretty well explains. What about the person who gave you the $5?
Oh, there was a lady who, I was walking by her and I saw her like shuffling around in her purse, and she pulled out a $5 bill and she handed it to me, and this was the first person who had given me money, and I was really surprised. I didn't know what to do, so after I took the money, then she started walking away, and actually I chased her down. I was like, no, I can't take your money. I'm doing an English project, but thank you very much.
That's surprising. Now, when we were talking on the phone, Laura, you said something about teenagers. Tell me about that.
I think...
Go ahead and be honest now. It's just say these are friendly people. You found that out 3 weeks ago.
Well, this church seemed a little more accepting of me as a homeless person than when I just am a regular teenager girl. And I don't know why that is. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, how would you feel as a teenage girl if somebody came up to you and gave you $5?
I would love that.
Where are you sitting in church, Laura? No,
I'm sitting right over there. Anybody?
Do teenagers kind of share your feeling that they're not too accepted here? I mean,
well, I'm not sure. I mean, I think if we tried harder, we could be accepted more, because I mean, we don't exactly go up to other people and give them $5 or something like that.
What did you learn from this that you didn't say on the letter? About the church or about yourself, your responses?
Well, for one thing, I learned that I am definitely not friendly enough at church, and I've been trying hard ever since this experiment to welcome people that are new or that might feel different than us, and I think that other people should try to do that too, because like it said in the letter, even like just a smile made me feel welcome.
Thank you, Laura, for doing this. This was a good idea. I hope we don't have too many experimenting in the future on this, but it was a great idea to have you come to church, and you stayed in disguise all during service, didn't you? I mean, you stayed all through, and I saw you, remember? But I didn't know who it was. I really didn't. You were very well dressed for the occasion, and thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Homeless Laura, yeah.